Five. Hello everybody, what is up and welcome back to the Games Cage channel versus kind of series I've been doing. So today we are going to be doing the rebooted Tomb Raider series versus the Uncharted series. Now these two series are obviously very popular and very similar in many ways. They're very like action hero, they're both action hero oriented, story driven games. Each have their little own sets of little collectibles. They each have a nice story, and they're both fairly the same length, like 10 to 12 hours long. And they have been the biggest hits recently. The new Tomb Raider, like the original, like the 2013 reboot, was incredibly received. It's amazing. The Uncharted series has had three games in its series, and while I would argue the first one is it's really an okay game. 2 and 3 are extreme standouts, so that's why I would kind of put the first rebooted Tomb Raider game as like against Uncharted 2, and then I would put like Rise of the Tomb Raider against Uncharted 3. So I'm gonna start with Tomb Raider, and then I'm gonna go on to Uncharted. Now, what I love about Tomb Raider is the gameplay. Now, the gameplay in Tomb Raider is very much based on what you get in the world, like little upgrades and documents and stuff. You're upgrading your weapons and your abilities and everything, and it doesn't feel like you're micromanaging too much because you get these things along your way, and you're upgrading weapons, and you're upgrading your bow, you're upgrading your guns. You basically have a gun, a bow, a machine gun, I believe, and a shotgun. So these are 4 weapons, and you upgrade those throughout the upgrades you're getting in the game. So I love that mechanic system where it feels like the weapons you're getting are really your weapons. They feel more personal, you know. Especially in the Rise of the Tomb Raider, it's a much more complex system where it's like you can choose like the speed of which you draw them. You can upgrade the amount of damage they do, etc. Like all these little things, especially. So the Tomb Raider series is very good with gameplay, and the combat is so much fun. It's so immaculate. Like third person kind of shooting games are usually kind of tough to nail down, but Down nails it super well, especially the bow and arrow. Like they really do give her a massive upgrade on that. The first game was not bad. Rise of the Tomb Raider ups that by like 30, where it's like you have grenade bows, you have fire bows, you have poison bows, so even your weapons have variety to them. So I really love the gameplay in that type of series, and the story is really good. Like it has the Lara's character is super powerful, super strong, and really awesome. So it's just her character growing is better than the story itself, because the story for both games have been she goes to a place to find a lost treasure, which is the same thing as Uncharted, and then some mystical stuff happens, and then at the end she wins. So it's still a cool story because of the grandiose moments that happen throughout the game. So the Tomb Raider series is amazing. So that's why it can pit against Uncharted super well. Now, the Uncharted series. The Uncharted series has been here for a while now. It's been like 2008 maybe. The first game is not bad. It has a story that people don't even remember. It started it all. It doesn't age well, but the thing about Uncharted is it's more about the story and less about the gameplay, because the gameplay in Uncharted is literally just pick up an enemy's gun, shoot, pick up another gun they drop, shoot, like you're not upgrading or anything. And the only things you can find in the wild, as opposed to Tomb Raider, are just like little hidden freaking medals or artifacts, you know? It doesn't do anything for an up. There's no upgrade system in Uncharted, which isn't bad. Uncharted is really a linear game. It is a start to finish kind of game, but it still does story fantastic. Like the moments that happen in that game, there's the train scene where Nathan Drake is hanging on the edge of a train and he's falling, and you feel the tension, you're part of it. There's scenes where he's falling through a plane, walking through a desert. Like you can feel the character go through shit. The story, just like Tomb Raider, you can see the character grow super well, and that's what I love about Uncharted is Nathan Drake's story. I care about that, but the gameplay can be so frustrating in Uncharted, like borderline stupid, where they just throw enemies at your face just to throw them at you. You know, it doesn't require much skill. It's all about how long can you hold on the enemy, and all right, let's just throw an enemy that can shoot 10 things at you to make it harder. So that's another issue I have with Uncharted. Go for Uncharted if you want a more linear story, but know that Tomb Raider is giving you a great story, but it's also giving you space. Like, you get to a camp in Tomb Raider and you can explore that camp. There's challenge tombs and everything. It makes you feel like an actual explorer and you're part of the world. Whereas Uncharted, it's more go from area to area to area to area to area, which isn't a bad thing, but it's just the formula is the same for the past three Uncharted games, where it's go to a place, something happens, they're like, oh no, the treasure's not here, it's in another place, etc., etc., and then a big moment happens. The big moments are fantastic, but everything in between that doesn't feel that good. But Rise of the Tomb Raider manages to put these cool scenarios where you can be stealthy, where you can be quick, fast. So we'll have to see until the next Tomb Raider game, if there is one. I think there is one because the latest game ends on a cliffhanger. But overall, I think I'm starting to maybe prefer Tomb Raider if the third one nails it a little better. But for now, if you just they both have their perks. Like it's more these verses aren't really meant for here's a winner, but it's really meant for just which one I'm just pitting them against each other because they're very very similar games in their each respective ways. So yeah, let me know what you think. I mean, do you like Tomb Raider style better? Do you like Uncharted style better? I know Uncharted is the more popular one, but I really do love the Tomb Raider reboot, and I want them to continue making them. So thank you all for watching. Like, subscribe, share, send it to your family, your uncles, your daughters, whatever. I don't know. Ooh. We will see you all in the next one as I make my way to Lara Croft's life. Why can't they just meet? Like Lara and Nathan just meet, have a baby, and just